Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you are one of the 5 people that's been watching me for some time, you'll know that it's been a bit of a hot minute. However, I'm back and very much committed to my weekly videos. Today we're going to be talking about abandoned cart emails, which are an essential part of any email marketing strategy, especially if you're an e-commerce brand. I'm going to be running through what is an abandoned cart email, why they are so important, what the abandoned cart flow should look like, diving a little bit into each and every email you should include, 4 essential tips to maximizing and optimizing your abandoned cart flow, as well as 4 external factors not related to your abandoned cart emails that you should think about to improve and optimize your conversion rate. If you're new here, my name is Emily and I help e-commerce brands drive revenue and retention using email marketing. So let's get started. So what is an abandoned cart email? I'm pretty sure you know this and you would have seen it if you do any kind of online shopping, but essentially it's just an email that gets sent out when you add a product to cart, which is someone who adds a product to cart and then does not complete the purchase. These emails are designed to remind, incentivize, and encourage that person to return to their cart and to complete the purchase. And this is really important because if you think about on average what the abandoned cart rate is, so the percentage of people that are going to a website, adding to cart and then not completing that purchase, depending on the industry you're in, this can be around 60 to 70%. So that is a lot of revenue that is lost if you're not using a cart abandonment flow or some way to recapture these people's interests and to incentivize them to buy. Plus, studies show that almost 1 in 3 abandoned cart emails are opened, and of those, 50% of people will actually go back and complete the purchase. So you can see now that if you're an e-commerce brand, there's a lot of potential to reclaim potential lost revenue. So what does an abandoned cart flow actually look like? I like to think of it as a 3 to 4 step email flow. So the first email you want to send out an hour to 4 hours after that person has abandoned cart. And all you want to do is say, hey, I think you've forgotten something. Have an image of the product that they abandoned or the selection of products that they abandoned and a call to action to return to cart. Then 24 hours later, what you might want to do is send another email with another reminder, but here you might want to focus a little bit more around social proof. Think about the objections that person might have, why they're not buying. Is it price? Maybe it's a bit of social proof that they need, a bit of trust and credibility from your brand. So include some testimonials, include a little bit of storytelling in that email if you need. And then 1 to 2 days later, send them that final push of your cart is about to expire now. What you can also do for higher value products is create some kind of one-off discount that they can then apply that is also expiring, so it creates some urgency for them to go and purchase. Now, when you're creating an abandoned cart flow, here are 4 tips for making this flow as effective as possible. So the first thing you want to do is personalize. Where you can, use the person's first name. And although you might not have this data available if that person has not already subscribed, you definitely want to include some kind of personalization for the people that have subscribed, because as we know, emails and subject lines that include personalization convert better. Second, you want to mobile optimize. And this is a rule for email marketing in general. People are reading their emails on their phones. If you have a badly designed email that looks weird and loads weirdly on a phone, you're going to lose out because people are going to lose interest and move on to the next thing. 3, use attention-grabbing subject lines. And again, this is something that you might want to A/B test with your audience to see what works and what doesn't. I like to use Klaviyo because it's very easy to set up an A/B test and it automatically selects a winner based on which email is getting or which subject line is garnering the best open rates. Obviously, even if you have amazing email content, it does not matter if they aren't actually opening your email. So you really want to focus on powerful subject lines that drive some curiosity and intrigue and get people to be like, okay, this is worth 3 seconds of my time to open and see what's inside. And lastly, A/B test. And I know I mentioned this before, but you can test and tweak all different aspects and components of your emails, whether that is subject lines, your specific images that you use, calls to action. You do want to test and see what works best for your audience. And lastly, of course, I don't want to ignore the other factors that may contribute to a high abandoned cart rate, because cart abandonment emails, as I've said, are so important, but there are other factors at play that will also influence whether your conversion rate is high or low, and you want to think about these. So the first is trust signals. Does your website seem trustworthy? Do people feel confident to input their credit card details or their card details and spend money on your website? So what you want to do is think about secure checkout badges, any kind of trust badges, as well as customer testimonials, because as I say time and time again, if people can see that other people are using your products and are having a positive experience with your brand, it's going to tenfold the chance that they're going to go and buy from you. 2, have very clear shipping options. So one of the issues that comes about with cart abandonment is that people are adding to cart, they're getting all excited, and then they head to checkout and wham bam, they get knocked with a crazy shipping cost. So what you want to do is either think about absorbing that shipping cost into your product prices, just that expectation is managed a little bit better, or have very clear shipping expectations, maybe on the announcement banner on your homepage or on your product pages. What you can also do here is, if you think that shipping is an issue, you can test this by including a shipping discount within your abandoned cart flow. Next, you want to optimize your checkout process. So if people have any kind of friction, they have to input a ton of information, or it just seems like an untrustworthy, fidgety kind of process, they're going to abandon carts. So you just want to reduce friction by offering the fewest steps possible to get this process completed. And lastly, once again, you want to mobile optimize your checkout page and process. If people struggle to input information or are having to zoom in and out of the screen, it's going to cause frustration and they're going to abandon cart. So I would definitely go through and make sure that you've checked off these 4 external factors in conjunction with building a powerful abandoned cart flow that you're also A/B testing. All that being said, thanks for being here. If you're wanting to get more information about setting up email marketing from scratch for your e-commerce brand, definitely check out my mini course. It is literally a step-by-step process on how to do this from scratch, as in integrating Klaviyo with Shopify, all the way to building out the essential flows that you need and running email newsletters and campaigns. So check that out in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment what you want to see more of or less of. Be nice though, and I will see you next week.